Attention Medicare recipients and anyone turning 65. Medicare has approved new benefits not included with original Medicare and older Medicare Advantage plans. You may not be getting all of the benefits you're entitled to, including in-home aids, telephone appointments with your doctors, home-delivered meals and prescriptions. These benefits may be available and it's a free call to enroll. The new plans may also offer free eyeglasses, free hearing aids, free wellness visits, and gym memberships. Call the Medicare benefits line now. It's easy. Call 800-217-1797. 800-217-1797. Find out if you're eligible for new benefits like meal and prescription delivery, in-home aids, and telemedicine. Some plans may have a $0 monthly premium or zero copays for big out-of-pocket savings. Not all Medicare Advantage plans are alike. The new plans have more benefits for many people. Call 800-217-1797. 800-217-1797. 800-217-1797.
The Turnpike Sports Book Report.
The Turnpike Sports Book Report is brought to you by BorgataSports.com. Your favorite casino is now your favorite sports book. Available anywhere in New Jersey, BorgataSports.com. Sign up at BorgataSports.com using our promo code PIKE, that's P-I-K-E, and you get a risk-free bet up to $300 and 20 bonus dollars at BorgataCasino.com. Must be 21 years or older and in New Jersey to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well, this week we have more records being set in the sports betting world.
Crazy numbers. Didn't I say September was going to be an incredible month for the sports books? And it has been.
It was for especially two of the states.
Yes.
And we're going to start with New Jersey, who has set another national record for handle. Their September 2020 handle was $749 million. Now, last month in August, they had just set the national record with $668 million. So they blew right by that.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't even close. Wow, that was that wasn't even like, oh, they beat it by a couple million. No, my God. That was incredible.
Well, handle was up and revenue was down.
Well, hey.
$13.5 million in revenue, down 23.5%.
There's some smart bettors in New Jersey.
And I've been taking notice of this number, especially now with Tennessee launching. Mm-hmm. Tennessee requires a 10% hold. New Jersey sportsbooks had a hold of 6%. A little over 6%. And I have to admit, I normally don't care for a lot of the stuff Darren Rovell tweets out, but he did this.
Really? I like Darren. He's good.
I mean, there's a lot of excess stuff he puts out there that really
you got to be entertaining,
Yeah, but he actually figured this out. $25 million a day was bet on sports every day in September in New Jersey.
That's incredible.
That's an amazing number.
Absolutely incredible. Well, look, we had the finals. We had NBA. We have the baseball going on now. We have football. And so,
Also had the NBA finals.
That's what I just said. Yeah, NBA finals,
Well, I'm actually reading my notes here.
Okay.
But anyway.
I'm not listening to you. I'm just reading my notes.
Listen to these numbers. Listen to these numbers here. April's handle in New Jersey was $55 million.
April, you're talking about. All right.
April of this year.
You're doing this
pandemic.
by comparison. Okay,
yeah. Okay. May was $118 million.
All right.
June, $165 million. And July was $315 million. Then we had that blast in August of $668 million. We doubled. Our state doubled that. So it's actually really nice to see that.
Yeah.
National record. That's 2 months in a row they've set a national record.
All right.
And Pennsylvania has come in with their own state record for the month of September, but it's also one of their highest months, too. $462 million in handle.
And you know what? And that's going to be growing because I know there's going to be more sportsbook operators operating in the state, so that should really, really jump up in the next couple of months.
Well, that was more than double that of September of last year. They had a handle of $194 million in September of 2019. They had 462, just under $463 million for the month of September. Total revenue brought in was $18.3 million and a hold of 3.9% for the sports books.
Okay.
The taxable revenue, and I actually noticed this because they're now making it really nice and apparent on some of these statistics, especially the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board. The taxable revenue is a different number than the overall revenue. The taxable revenue is you take the total revenue and you remove all the promo credits.
Okay.
So what they are taxed on was only $6.2 million.
All right. Okay.
That was 58% lower than September of last year. So all the revenues are going down. Mm-hmm. More people are winning, I think, is what they're saying. And that's a better way to say it. More people are winning.
Yeah. Well,
or they're becoming better bettors.
They're becoming smarter. I mean, look, there's a ton of podcasts. We're talking on a podcast right now. There's a ton of podcasts. There's a ton of radio shows, television shows in this area. So, it's just, you're getting a lot of advice. You're getting a lot of stats. You're getting a lot of information. And that's key to being I don't want to say good bettor, but a responsible bettor. You do your homework and you put down what you think is going to happen with the information that people give you around this area. So that's so important.
Well, it's a matter of education.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
you wonder why you have all these shows. Living in Central Jersey, we have TV from New York, and we also have TV from Pennsylvania. So we have 2 ABCs and 2 CBSs and all the sports channels. Don't forget
MSG, SNY.
And yes, we have Comcast Philadelphia, and they all have betting-oriented shows, and and they give you the information, and they talk about what you can expect, and they say what you should be looking for. So, you talk about distant learning. This is it. If you want to be a good bettor, they're giving you the tools to do this in this area. So hopefully, betting programming throughout the country, it's only going to help consumers if you get this information out to people.
Yep.
They're going to do well in sports betting, and they're going to use the sports operators' products.
The hard part is, even though there's all this information out there, the hard part really is figuring out the information you need.
Sure.
As an individual, you need to make the right bet. And again, also shopping. Go to different sports books, get the better prices.
Absolutely.
That's also a skill right there, finding the better prices.
I never knew. That was, you place a bet and you think it's all done. But, if there's more sports books in the area, it's better for the consumer. You look around. They all don't have the same lines and odds and things like that. So it allows the consumer to look around when you have more choices in a state.
And before we move on from Pennsylvania, one other little news and note there that came out, the new retail sports book at Harris, Philadelphia in Chester County has opened under William Hill's control. It's a William Hill sports book. Harris, Philly will still maintain it, but it's going to be using William Hill as the operating data and the people there. It's going to be part of the Caesars Entertainment deal when they bought William Hill.
I really like that casino there. It used to be called Harris Chester, but they thought marketing-wise it'd be better if it was Harris Philadelphia. So
no one knew what Chester was.
Yeah, well, it's actually in Chester. It's but they call it Harris Philadelphia. And I always say that was the greatest parking situation that they had. I parked my car, I walked into the door, and right in front of me was the WSOP branded poker room. And it was great. I mean, they just...
and it's actually a nice poker room,
It's
too.
a great poker room. And
it's a good-sized one, too.
You walk from your car, and it's about 20 feet, and you walk through the door.
Get smacked right in the face.
And you're on the gaming floor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. And so, Harris, Philadelphia, check it out if you're in the area.
This is also an interesting statement I saw in the release. Consumers in the state also have the option to bet on mobile via the Caesars Casino and Sportsbook by Harris Philly application. So I guess there's an in-person registration requirement there. I don't know if that actually really means what I'm saying.
I have no idea what that means.
But that was an interesting statement that they have there. I mean, I guess it's available to them.
Okay.
Going down the Turnpike a little bit, we have Washington, D.C. William Hill reported their September numbers. This is not the entire district because Gambit did not report their numbers yet.
All right.
William Hill reported that at the temporary sportsbook at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C., more than 113,000 bets were placed, and a handle of $12.2 million was wagered at the temporary book.
Wow.
Just in September.
I can't wait till that's built. It should be absolutely amazing there.
I'm very curious to see what Gambit's numbers are. Because, again, they should have had an increase, too, with all the sports going on.
Washington's interesting because I'm really interested to see what happens when Virginia comes on board with sports betting, because I know Virginia is taking applications now for licenses.
Yeah.
So that's not far behind. So I'm wondering how the Virginia sports betting market will affect the Washington, D.C. sports betting market. So it should be interesting to see, how they get along with each other.
Well, funny you should say that. Virginia began taking applications on October 15th.
See, you give me a page like it's a thing. It's like a roadmap that we follow. I just never looked at it. It's down further. Okay, I see it now. You have Virginia on the sheet.
One of the few states not allowing paper applications. You have to submit everything electronically.
Well, good. That's pretty good.
90-day approval process.
We call that streamlining.
Yes, I guess so.
That's what it is.
Also, I guess maybe it's a little COVID inspiring. Inspiration there.
I would guess so.
Yeah. Limited to mobile online platforms at the outset right now.
All right.
There are, 5 brick-and-mortar locations, and also any pro team headquartered in Virginia can apply for sports betting.
Interesting.
So I'm trying to think of what pro sports teams are headquartered in Virginia.
I don't know. Well, pro team of any level? I mean, can a minor league baseball team apply? Is that what they're saying? Is that a pro team?
That's what I'm asking.
Is that what they consider? I don't know.
I just saw that and I threw that out there.
We should find that out.
Just a couple partnerships here to be aware of. Bristol is partnered with Hard Rock.
All right.
So you'll probably see a Hard Rock sports betting casino online system there. Danville has one with Caesars.
This is Virginia, right?
This is all Virginia. And
all right.
Portsmouth is with Bet Rivers, or Rush Street, however you want to refer to it.
All right.
They're going to have a minimum of 11 and a maximum of 14 digital platforms. So there's going to be 14 skins available in the state.
A lot to choose from. It's only good for the customer. It's more choices are really good for the consumer, so that's good.
And the way it's broken down, 5 of those of the 14 have to be tethered to casinos. The other 9 can be standalone mobile platforms or partnered with the pro team, like we just talked about.
See, that's very interesting.
That's a different way of doing things.
I'm very curious how that works out. That should be very interesting.
And a couple other news and notes. We talked about BetMGM a little bit with the golf tournament, doing the odds integrated into the telecast for the CJ Cup this past weekend. Again, they did it kind of seamlessly, and they had not only the opening odds, but also they updated the odds as the tournament was going on for who was going to win and who was the winner of the championship. Every time you saw one of the golfers put on the screen, they actually had a list of the current odds for him to finish to win.
See, that's huge for in-play betting, in-game betting, wherever you call it. But that's just enormous. That's the information I'm talking about. Yep. That's how bettors get better.
And the bettors get better.
There you go. Yeah, you go. I'm going to do a T-shirt.
It was actually kind of interesting because it was done twice an hour throughout the entire telecast. And not only did they have the odds to win the championship and also the odds to make a birdie, par, or a bogey on a specific hole for a golfer, they also had odds for head-to-head matchups. As well.
I got to tell you, I love betting on golf because it's just you have enough time between shots to put your bet in with your phone. It's just such a fun thing to do, betting on golf.
And last but not least for this episode of the book report, Indiana. I just want to give you a little list of a couple interesting new sports betting registrants. These are people who are registered to be affiliate marketers for sports betting.
Okay.
Chad Johnson.
Ooh.
Ocho Cinco himself has registered for a sports betting affiliate marketing license in Indiana. And I thought this one was really interesting. Top Golf, the golfing group.
I love Top Golf.
And Jim Cramer. The Mad Money guy?
Really?
Jim Cramer's Cramer Digital.
Interesting.
Got a
That's Jim
affiliate.
Cramer's?
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Cramer Digital now is a sports betting affiliate marketing entity in Indiana.
Interesting.
Legally registered.
I did not know that.
So I just thought that was an interesting little thing that I noticed when I got the list of all the updated registrants for Indiana. And again, Ocho Cinco and Jim Cramer. Going to be fun to watch that one.
Interesting.
I don't know exactly what Cramer's going to be doing, but, he does have his own digital TV show and also his podcast and everything. So why not take advantage of it?
Okay.
Tons of other things that we didn't hit today. Head on over to Turnpike Sports blog, turnpikesportsradio.com. Click on the blog, and you'll see all the news and notes from this week's book report. The ones we did hit and ones we haven't hit are going to be put up there.
And that'll do it for us. If you're going out to one of the newly reopened casinos or sportsbooks, please be safe. We'll talk to you next time on the Turnpike.